I'm really excited about this year's theme because I think everyone has a different interpretation. Everyone has their own unique boogeyman.
I just think our reality is pretty scary right now.
Horror, like most cinema, forces you to go within yourself, into yourself, to figure out what is making the movie tick.
To me, the horror within is very personal. I grew up, not that you can tell now, very religious. I grew up very Roman Catholic, and also in a town where being different was not okay.
The horror within, to me, is like in its rawest form. It's unresolved, unprocessed trauma that manifests and comes out.
To me, my horror within is vulnerability, feeling that I don't have control over a situation. I feel that every time I turn on the TV or look at my cell phone, it's just a new horror every day.
I knew from a very young age that I liked women, and then being told that I was going to burn in hell for confessing this sin, and having every good thing I've done in a split second just mean nothing. So that to me was a very personal theme of the horror within me.
When you are looking at a horror movie, especially, you are going deep inside your own body, your own psyche, and maybe you are uncovering some skeletons in your own closet. Maybe you're facing fears that you didn't know that you have, or maybe you're facing fears you know you have, and it's helping you resolve those.
I really thought about like the horrors that we carry with us, the anxieties, the fears that we carry with us every day, and how it affects the way we interact with the world around us. So to me, it's in a sense like, what are our deepest fears and anxieties?
The horror within, I like to think of it as a topic that's more about paranoia, not being able to trust people and not being able to be sure who is somebody that's safe to be with and who is not. Not necessarily like a army of zombies or a big kaiju, but it's more concerned about whether the threat could be possibly your neighbor or somebody that's close to you and your family.
The theme, the horror within, refers both to the actual mechanistics of the horror film, the gore, the cruelty, what have you, but it also reflects what you have inside you and what you're bringing to your experience in watching the film.
Horror movies were a source of resiliency to me. They told me stories of strong people who suffered untold horrors, but who stood and who faced them and who came out on the other side. I wanted to imagine that I would be able to live my life out of survival mode and more into thrive mode.
I'm Mexican American, my parents are immigrants, and my daughter is gay. So yeah, there you go, double whammy with today's politics. It's now what? Every day you turn on the news and it's what's the new horror today?
We know all too well that there are people in this world who aren't that empathetic. I don't know what effect this has on them, but for me, it does.
So if we don't acknowledge the horrors that are happening in specifically, I don't know, our country, then I think that we're not doing our part in trying to make the world a better place if we just kind of push it back.
Once you have a better idea of the horrors that are out in the world, you have a better sense of a way to fight it.
America is the final girl, and I hope she survives.